Should I sell in 2021? Well, check this out. Good afternoon, John Curry-Capples here with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. One of the big questions of this week is, are we in a housing bubble? I don't know. I do know this. If you're thinking of selling in 2021, it's probably a good thing, probably a good idea. The U.S. housing market is 3.8 million short of the needs to meet the demand. Some of the reasons why our supply is so scarce. No foreclosures with the mortgage forbearance provided by the government to keep families into their homes during this pandemic. Right now, people are able to do a forbearance on their mortgage, and although it's accruing interest and stuff like that, they're able to still stay in their home while they're during these troubled times. But the main reason why the housing market is so scarce, it's because home builders have not kept up with the demand and the growth. So that being said, we have an extreme shortage out there, and what homes have done this year is, from previous year, they've gone up in value about 19.5%. That's a lot. So if you're thinking about selling or have an inkling about thinking about selling, you probably should talk to me and get your home ready and prepped for the market. If you're a seller, you're in the driver's seat. You call the shots. Back, if you talked about 4 or 5 years ago, buyers were in the driver's market. They were able to do a lot of things. They were able to get closing costs paid for. They were able to get money down towards their mortgage, a bunch of other things. Well, that is kind of flipped. If you're selling, chances are you'll be in a multiple offer situation. So with that being said, you can kind of demand what you want to do. So being in the driver's seat, well, then you're like thinking, another scenario is, most of my sellers are saying to me, John, well, if I sell now, how will I be able to buy, because there's nothing out there? Well, here's what I'll tell you. If you're in a multiple offer situation, which gives you more leeway to kind of gear it towards whatever you would like to do. So, although you're selling your house, you could there's some options you can do. You could extend for a longer close date so that you have more time to search for the next home. Also, you could ask the purchaser if they'd be willing to do a lease back until you find your next home. So you're leasing back the home, paying them a monthly payment of such until you find your next place. I think most buyers are, as long as they get the sale, get to be able to purchase it, they're more apt to be open to this. Another option is you can go to an extended stay and rent until you can find a place for your next home. Will this change down the road? I would say, Goldman Sachs says strong demand for housing looks sustainable even before the pandemic. So It's been the highest it's been in 20 years. JP Morgan, home buyers' interest rates are still at a historic low, though they're inching up. Housing prices have spiked during the last 6 to 9 months, but we don't expect them to fall soon. Morgan Stanley, unlike 15 years ago, the euphoria in today's home prices come down to the simple logic of supply and demand. And we at Morgan Stanley conclude that this time the sector is on a sustainably sturdy foundation. So, will the housing market, are we in a bubble? I don't think so. But if you're looking to sell, it's a good time because the home prices have increased, like I said, 19.5% from last year. So, what are the advantages of buying, selling for a higher price? Let's say if you're in PMI right now, you say your first home you didn't put 20% down, you only put 3.5%. Now that your home is appreciated, you could pool that. Well, when you sell, you can take that equity and put it down so that you can put 20% down on the next home. So you'll get more equity to put on the next home, and you'll get it at a lower rate if you haven't refinanced. So those are some of the good reasons why I think you should sell in 2021. Will this forbearance program end and flood the market with homes? I don't know. But I have a thought that they might. So I don't know how long this program is going to go for. So if you're thinking about it, I think it's a good time to sell. I think your home is appreciated quite a lot from 2020. So if you have any questions, like my channel, subscribe, reach out to me. I'd love to help. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.